Effort tonight. I thought we defended at a whole different level than where we've been thus far this year. And offensively, I thought we stayed patient and shared the ball pretty well. Coming into this game, I was pretty sure that Coach Orr's zone was going to give us a lot more problems than it did. And I thought our guys really did a nice job of focusing this week in practice, or these last couple of days in practice, and understanding what they were going to see tonight, and doing a good job of executing. And pretty proud of our kids for bouncing back the way they have from a really tough loss a couple days ago.
Ron, can you talk about the freshmen and TJ and Tally, both double figures? TJ put up numbers.
Well, they just know how to run basketball teams. You know, both those kids are sons of coaches. Both guys are, state championship caliber guys, player of the year caliber guys, and Mike was a former player of the year in Michigan. TJ was a former player of the year in Pennsylvania. So, they understand what they have to do. And we weren't so good the other night, but after looking at the film and those guys understanding what we're asking them to do, I think they walked in here tonight with a much better focus in terms of what they had to do to make our team better.
Coach, talk about BJ bouncing back from the game on Friday night with 21 points tonight.
I will, because it's the best game I've ever seen BJ play. He took what came to him. He didn't force anything. He cut hard. He finished around the basket. I thought he rebounded particularly well. I also thought Sean Johnson gave us a really good effort tonight. Again, coming off of a subpar performance for him as well. But in BJ's case, you just don't normally pick up a stat sheet and see too many guys missing only one shot for a game, especially when you take 10. So I was really excited for him. He's a great kid. He's a hard-working kid. So I thought that, for him to bounce back, I think it speaks pretty accurately to the character of both BJ and Sean, the way they responded tonight. And I also think it speaks to the fact that we were a pretty wounded basketball team coming in here.
Coach, you shot well, held them down, out-rebounded, created a lot of turnovers. What kind of things would you talk to your team about? What would you complain about your team?
Well, we didn't screen. We lost a lot of rebounds. We didn't get out on shooters. We allowed Crawford to really get going late, and we knew he was a shooter. And we will address those tomorrow prior to talking about some of the things that we did well.
But more good than bad, right?
Tonight, thank goodness, yeah.
Ron, at what point, was there a point in the game where you kind of thought that maybe it was going to turn like it did in the other game and you saw these guys? And when did it seem like it clicked that maybe the young guys weren't going to panic like you had said the last game?
Well, I thought, believe it or not, and it's the craziest thing, I thought when Jones, there were two plays in a row where Jones threw it back to against their zone, threw it back to the high post guy, cut to the rim. One he caught and scored. The next time he caught it and turned, he fired one about 24 rows deep into the bleachers. And although I didn't like the pass, I really liked the idea that the kid was cutting with an idea that he had an open guy right there, and if he had thrown a decent pass, we'd have had another layup. But just in terms of the way our freshmen responded, I thought that was a huge key. And I also thought when BJ got that offensive rebound there toward the end of halftime, we had a tough possession, could have went either way. We missed I think Billy missed a wing jump shot against their zone, and he snuck in under their big guy, grabbed it and stuck it in. At that point I thought, you know what, I like where we are aggressively right now, and this could be a different game.
Coach, real quickly, what was the explanation from the official regarding Rodrigo's technical?
I'm still not real sure, because I didn't think it was. He did hang on the rim, there's no question, but I thought he was doing it to protect himself. The ref said he did a chin-up on the rim, which I didn't particularly think that he did. I thought if Billy would have held the ball and not shot it right back when he was still on the rim, I thought maybe it would have been a different call, but just because of the way it happened all at once, I think that lent itself toward being technical, and I couldn't really argue it because, he did hang on the rim. I thought he did to protect himself, but the kid was chasing him pretty hard. He really was pursuing the play. So know whether to tell Rod to quit hearing the footsteps or quit hanging on the rim, but I think that play was a culmination of both, you know.
Is Saunders the same as the last game, his status, or his ankle?
Yeah, no, he's still nursing it, and I don't know that.
Did you see him playing more aggressive tonight, and did he seem like he played better tonight?
I did. I saw him playing more aggressively. I saw him really concentrating on defending and rebounding. I don't think he ran the floor nearly as well as he's capable of running the floor. But I think at some point, you know, maybe you could attribute that to Bowling Green and their zone and then their attempts to slow us down some. That it? Thank you. Thank you, guys.